Ladies and gents, welcome back to another video. Inside this box is an iPhone 12, not a Pro, not a Mini, just a regular old iPhone 12. Let's get it opened up and see what kind of condition it's in and talk about if the iPhone 12 is a good value here in 2024. All right, here's our iPhone. I'm going to give it a quick clean before we talk about it. All right, here it is. It's in this beautiful dark blue color. The back is more of a regular blue. The sides are a darker blue, but a very nice finish. In comparison, here's an iPhone 13 mini. You can see the different shades of blue there. I'm not sure which one I like better. Maybe the 13 mini, but they're both very nice. The iPhone 12, the cameras look small in comparison. But yeah, here it is. It's in really good condition. The outside aluminum frame doesn't look to have any scratches at all. The bottom looks very nice as well. And the cameras and the rear, they also look nice. Maybe just a few scratches. And the display looks really nice. I'm not seeing any scratches. We'll try in the reflection of the light. That looks basically perfect. Let's see if this thing has any power. And it does. While we let that boot up, it did come with a case. I'm not familiar with this brand, but it's a nice blue color. It's kind of one of those wallet foldable cases. Very nice. I wish I could take this off. Maybe you can with enough force. But here's our iPhone. So I'm going to go through the setup screen here. And once we get to the home screen, we'll talk about this thing. All right, here we go. I'm going to let these apps finish installing. And once they do, we're going to check this thing out. All right, here is our iPhone 12. And right away, this thing is astonishingly thin. This feels significantly thinner than my iPhone 13 Pro. I don't know if it actually is, but it certainly feels that way. I know it's lighter because I've got the Pro Max model, and this is just a regular 6.1 inch display, which we'll get to in just a moment. But first impression is that this phone is very thin and very light, and it feels really nice. Of course, it looks amazing. The display is phenomenal. This was the first time that the entry-level iPhone received an OLED display. The iPhone 11 and the 10R before this had lower resolution LCD panels, and this is a full OLED Retina display that looks phenomenal. We've got dual cameras on the back. We've got a regular lens as well as an ultra wide, and they're good for 12 megapixel photos, as well as 4K 60 FPS video recording, which looks awesome. These are great cameras. We have, I don't know if it's a 7 or 12 megapixel front camera, but it looks very nice. Let's head into settings and see which version of iOS we have. So we're running at 16.3.1, so about a year old there on the software. If we go back and find battery, we should see our battery health 100%. That is pretty good. I don't think this thing had its battery replaced because it would show us that inside of settings. But that makes me wonder if this phone isn't almost brand new, or whoever owned it took really good care of it or just didn't use it very much. So I think I paid around $150. I'll put the exact value right there. And the going rate for these is a little over $300, between the $300 and $400 range based on capacity and condition. But I think I got a pretty sweet deal on this iPhone because it's in really nice condition. It's only a 64 gig model, but 100% battery health, that is hard to find in these old devices. So should you buy one of these, an iPhone 12 in 2024? If you're looking for a budget smartphone that still has some of the newest features, definitely. You get the OLED display, you've got 2 cameras, you get the new design. This feels amazing to hold. It's much better than that old design, in my opinion, like this iPhone 7 Plus. This thing has the rounded edges, and of course this is probably the best looking 7 Plus there is. White with red, looks awesome. But it just depends on your preference, which one you think feels better. But in my personal opinion, I like this squared off design. You've got MagSafe wireless charging, which is super nice, as well as the option to add accessories. You don't have huge camera bumps, which is nice. This was the last iPhone to feature this almost flush design. The 13 really expanded that, and the 14 and 15 have massive camera bumps. We've also got 5G connectivity, so that antenna is going to be right here, allowing for super fast cellular data speeds. Very nice feature to have. Of course, you have Face ID. You don't have the dynamic island, which is a feature I am looking forward to in my next iPhone. But if you've never had it, you're not going to miss it. This phone has great speakers. Down here, you got one. Up here, you got another for stereo surround sound in landscape mode. Really nice cameras. Overall, the build quality is amazing. If you can find one with good battery health, that's in good condition and has not had the display replaced. I've seen so many of these where if you check inside settings, it says Face ID not available because someone cheaped out and got a screen replacement that was not an authentic Apple part, and that resulted in Face ID not working anymore. So watch out for those. Great device. You're still stuck with Lightning, but that's going to be the case for everything except for that iPhone 15. This does come in many different colors. I forget what they are off the top of my head. Of course, this is the blue. I know there was black, white, red. There might have been a yellow and a green. I can't remember, but there are some options for that. So great device. If you're looking for one around $300 or less, phenomenal phone. This will get updates for quite a few years in the future. Feels really nice. You're still stuck with that 60 hertz panel. 120 is really where it's at, but 60 feels fine, especially if you've never had anything newer than that. Before we go, we'll check out these wallpapers. We'll pick one. This has gotten so complicated, and I don't like it. I wish Apple would go back to the older style wallpapers, but we'll go with this one, and we'll set that as a wallpaper pair. Got our home screen there, and of course our lock screen looks very nice. All right, that's going to do it for this video. Hope you enjoyed it, and I look forward to seeing you in another one of my videos.